Hey, Caris, Sarita Winters, Valley Sports. I'm the sideline reporter, so you'll see me all the time. Nice to officially meet you over Zoom.
Yeah,
Hey,
nice to meet you too.
yeah, we seen you at the game. So look, I mean, 10 years ago, you won the D1 state championship right here, in Ohio. And it's 10 years later, you're playing for the hometown Cavaliers. So what does this moment feel like for you?
It's crazy. It's a crazy feeling. I've gotten a lot of love over the last couple of days, just from the fans, family members and everything like that. And I'm still taking it in, you know what I mean? But I'm very blessed to be here in a great situation with a great team and coaching staff and everything like that. So I just can't wait to get started.
Growing up, in Ohio, was this a team that you wanted to play for?
Honestly, when I was growing up, I never really thought that I would be in the NBA. Like I wanted to, of course, it was a dream, of course, but I was never a high recruit or anything like that. So, obviously I watched them all the time. I was a fan of the players, but it was never like, oh, one day I'm gonna play for the Cavs. Like, of course I would have loved to, but I'm here now. It's crazy.
Hey, speaking of that high school team, you had Jay Sean Tate, sophomore on that team, Taco Charlton, who now plays for the Steelers on that team. I mean, the fact that there were 3 high school athletes who made it to the pros from that high school, what type of bond do you all share, and how cool is that to have 3 guys playing professionally from Pickerington?
Yeah, those 2 guys are one of the first people to hit me, when they heard the news. But all of us are extremely close, everybody from that team. And we still talk to each other to this day. So it's a blessing to, grow up with such talented people, and, we're still in each other's lives at this point.
We heard that you may have already thrown a lob or two to Jared Allen today at practice.
Yeah.
Spending
Just like old times. We have that chemistry going back to his rookie year, my second year. And it's amazing to see his growth, on and off the court. I'm so proud of him and, what he's become in this league. And I know he still has a lot further to go, but it's amazing to be back with him.
When you think about the potential of playing alongside him, now all-star Darius Garland, how do you see yourself fitting in and taking this team to the next level?
I'm super excited. I told Darius that he hit me as soon as I got traded. I told him, like, I can't wait to get going. They're a young team with a lot of energy, a lot of, positive energy. And that's the type of person I am. That's the type of player I am. So I feel like I'm going to thrive. I'm going to feel, just at home with this group. So I can't wait to get going. I'm super excited.
Thanks, Caris. Looking forward to meeting you in person.
Thank you.
Next question from Chris.
Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. Hey, Caris, how are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to Cleveland, bud.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Hey, you mentioned Darius reached out to you. Was he the first member of the Cavs that reached out to you after the trade, or who did you hear from first?
Yeah, DG was one of the first. I think outside of the staff, I think DG was the first one. Yeah.
And then for you, where do you feel like you can help this group the most?
I think just offensively, I feel like I'm very versatile. I can do a lot of things. I can play on the ball, off the ball. I can help obviously score, facilitate, when we need it, space the floor as well. And then defensively, the same thing. I'm very versatile. I can guard 1 through 3, 1 through 4 at times. And this is my 6th year in the league now. So I'm very, poised, and I know what's to come. I'm one of the oldest guys in the lineup, if not the oldest. Of the core of the guys, obviously we got Rondo who's playing now. But yeah, so it's crazy that I'm one of the vets on the team for sure.
And then when you think about this trade, right? So JB was talking about you just being Caris, not trying to be anybody else. Obviously, this is a big move for the Cavs, and they have high aspirations for this year. How do you not put too much pressure on yourself coming into this new situation, Caris? Is there a way to do that?
I think for me, it's just focusing on basketball. And like Coach said, just focusing on being me. And when you do that, there's no pressure in that. I've been doing this my whole life. I've been playing basketball my whole life. So it's a blessing to play with, such a great team and, that has such a bright future. So for me, it's just coming in, being myself, having fun with the game, embracing everything. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Kelsey?
Kelsey Russo, The Athletic. Hey, Caris, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Welcome to Cleveland. Hey, I'm
Thank you,
curious.
thank you.
I'm curious how Sunday was for you because obviously, you were there with the Pacers and like there's a game going on and there's the trade broke and everything. So what was Sunday like for you and just the emotions of the trade and kind of what all went down that day?
Yeah, it was a little weird for me. As soon as I walked into the arena, it was probably maybe 5 or 10 minutes after I walked in. Coach Rick Carlisle, he pulled me aside and kind of told me that it was a possibility, and it was getting close, and I probably wouldn't be playing. So I thought I was playing, honestly, up until I walked into the arena. So, and then he told me it was going to be the Cavs, and I kind of already had an idea. You hear things, but it was honestly just crazy. Like I had to go back to the hotel and kind of just watch the game from there. So. It was a lot of emotions, but I think ultimately I'm super excited.
And then JB said that he got a chance to talk to you briefly after the game and then today, obviously, as well. So what were those early conversations like with JB and even Kobe too, just about like you coming to Cleveland, your role here, and just sort of like, I guess like what they envisioned for you?
The main thing they've told me, and they've told me this countless times, just to be myself. Come in here and just, impact winning, just be myself and don't do anything else. So I think for me, that's very encouraging to hear. It's encouraging to hear a coach and, front office just tell you to be yourself. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, coach, he reached out right after the game. And we had a meeting earlier this morning as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Caris, Tom Withers, Associated Press. Welcome home, man. Hey, I'm just curious, what was it like for you to view the Cavs as an outsider? Like, what was your view of this team before you got here?
Yeah, for me, watching, I'm like, a lot of, young guys who are really embracing each other. They're having a lot of fun, see somebody score and you automatically look at the bench and you see everyone's up on the bench. Everyone's having a good time. It's such positive energy everywhere. Then you watch interviews of coach talk, and then you watch interviews of the players talk about coach. And you just kind of just get a sense that, it's just a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that I was looking forward to when I first heard the news of just being around that energy.
And I know you've only felt it for a minute, but is it real? Is it something that is tangible and you can feel when you're around this group?
Definitely. You feel it right away. It's just like it's at ease. You know what I mean? Everyone seems like it's fun to come to work every day, and that's a big part of it. We're around these guys, every day, more than your family sometimes. So I think that's a huge piece of it. And I'm excited to be here.
Thanks.
Yep.
Marla?
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. Yeah, welcome to Cleveland, Caris. Just when you think about the last year, I mean, traded from, by the Nets and the kidney thing. And I mean, what is this like? It's got to be a whirlwind.
Definitely a whirlwind. Definitely. It's been a long, 14 months. But I think ultimately I've been through a lot and I've grown a lot through it. And I have amazing people in my life who've helped me through it. And right now I'm in a place where I feel like, I'm where I'm supposed to be. Everything happens for a reason. And like I said, I'll continue to say I'm extremely excited to be in this situation. And it's an amazing opportunity.
And you mentioned earlier just about you didn't know you'd play in the NBA. You were so skinny back in high school. Like, was that the reason? I mean, is it true you only weighed like 166 when you were 17?
Yeah, I was definitely smaller. I was a little shorter too. I was like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". But yeah, I wasn't a highly recruited guy. I was like a 1 or 2 star. And I was going to a mid-major school. I was going to OU down in Athens. So it just wasn't something that was in my radar. I always, of course I wanted to, but it wasn't something that was necessarily tangible for me at the time.
And just one quick thing, is your mom still teaching or principal in Columbus, or is she retired?
She's not. She's retired now. She's not here anymore.
Okay, thank you.
Kenny?
Caris, Kenny Rhoda, WHBC Radio. Welcome to Cleveland.
Thank you.
I don't know if you saw Woj just dropped the bomb. The Pacers made another trade with Sabonis, Halliburton, and Lamb going to the Kings. So they obviously were cleaning house. What's it mean to you to go from the 5th worst record team in the NBA to the 6th best record team in the NBA with a chance to compete in the playoffs where you have experience that you can bring to this young team?
Yeah, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. Just a couple of days ago, like you said, my situation was a lot different. When you're in that situation, you don't necessarily know what you're playing for. Is it playoffs or is the team rebuilding? So it was a lot of different emotions there in Indiana. But, here we're playing for a championship. And that's kind of been the sentiment with the team, the coaching staff, and everyone here. So I'm just extremely blessed to be in this situation.
For Cavs fans that may not have been huge Pacer fans, all right, they remember you from high school and at Michigan, but maybe not so much in the NBA. What are the Cavs getting? What are Cavs fans going to see out of Caris LeVert on the court?
I play extremely hard. I think that's one of the first things that, I like for people to know about my game. I play hard on both ends. I play to win. I love winning games. I love big moments. And I'm versatile, offensively and defensively. I can do a lot of different things on the floor. But like I said, I think for me, it's just all about winning. And I try to play as hard as I can every single night. Hang my hat on that.
Has JB told you how he wants to use you, starter, off the bench, or does it not matter to you?
We spoke about it earlier, and we'll see. We still haven't necessarily made a decision on what we're going to do tomorrow. But I told him that, I'm comfortable with whatever.
Thanks. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you.
Ashley?
Ashley Bastock, Cleveland.com. Nice to meet you, Caris. Wanted to start kind of a logistics question from the last handful of days. Have you been in Cleveland since Sunday, since the game and everything? Have you had a chance to go back home and pack some things? What have the last few days been like with?
No, I've been here. Things? Yeah, I've been here since the trade happened. Obviously I had to do physical and other things like that. So, I've just been here. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the game tomorrow, but I haven't got a chance to go and pack anything.
Yeah. And then just overall, I think the Cavs' success this year has been kind of unexpected, I guess, just from an outsider's perspective, somebody who was still in the East. What have you thought of them and the way they've kind of rebuilt so quickly and had so much success this year?
Yeah, it's been amazing to watch. And like I said, I think it's crazy because it's it's with the same guys, and it's just the chemistry is just, you can see it. You can see it from the screen. You can feel it when you're around the guys. And, the energy is crazy in the arena as well. So I can't wait to, play in front of those fans. I know it's going to be amazing.
Thanks, Caris.
Yeah.
Next question from Spencer.
Spencer Davies, basketballnews.com. Welcome to Cleveland, Caris.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yep, no problem. So you and Darius share very similar skill sets in the pick and roll. I'm just wondering, when you guys are sharing the floor together, you mentioned that you've done some off-ball stuff before in the past, but maybe not so much this year. Is there any aspect of that part of your game that you're looking forward to playing with Darius next to you?
Yeah, I love playing off the ball. For me, that's, for the majority of my basketball career, I would say I played off the ball. Here and there I played point guard, and, when we've had certain injuries in the past, I've had to play point guard, but I love playing off the ball. I love playing next to, playmakers. I think it makes everyone's job a lot easier. So I'm definitely looking forward to playing with DG. And he's had an amazing year, and I think he's a great player. It's funny, we talked, I saw him this summer out in Vegas and randomly, and we were just talking, not even knowing that this was going to happen. I was just telling him how much I respected his game, and, couldn't wait to see him, keep growing. And it's crazy that we're on the same team now.
And not to make comparisons and look at the past, but, you and J.A. being on the same team. J.A., before the season started, actually said that this team gave him that Nets vibe, before they made all the moves. Are you getting that same type of vibe from this team? And, even Ed Davis is still here too. So, that's also another thing.
Definitely. I feel that the same type of vibe. It's the same type of atmosphere in the locker room, around the guys, with the coaching staff. You just see it, you feel it. So I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Thanks, man.
Yep.